Now, if you fall in love with a narcissist, if you get entangled with a narcissist, and you know that you're an empath, you're actually falling in love with your opposite. So you're falling in love with someone, or you're dating someone that is the opposite of you, okay? Why are they the opposite of you? The narcissist, they know that you're a beautiful person, okay? The reason why they choose you as the next, whatever, they call it supply. You may decide to call it the next relationship, but the narcissist calls it the next supply. So for the empath is the next relationship or friendship, but for the narcissist is the next victim or the next supply. Now, usually the narcissist understands who you are, okay? And this is not really, it may be well on the physical level because they see what it is you got to offer and the way you behave and the way you treat yourself. But on a very spiritual level, they know who you are, okay? So the narcissist does not all of a sudden appear out of the blue and pop up in your life, okay? So there have been a lot of the, what do they call it? There's been a lot of homework that has been done spiritually, okay? So these entities, like I've told you, the entities, they are following the light. They are looking for the light. So spiritually, they see your light from afar, okay? They will see your light from afar. Let me tell you something, empaths. Empaths, you're earth angels, okay? The narcissist sees your light from afar. Now, the narcissist already knows that there has been a big wave of karma on their back. They know there's a very big wave of karma, very bad karma on their back. So they are running away from karma. Are you guys following this story? So the narcissist is running away from karma because they know karma is coming either way. It doesn't matter what they do. The karma is going to hit them anyway. So what they are really doing, they are trying to avoid this karma because they know that this karma is going to hit them really, really hard, and they don't know that they are going to handle this on their own. So what they really do is they're going to follow the light, okay? So a lot of you guys, you think that these people, they come into your lives and all of a sudden you see this beautiful person, all of a sudden they are so nice, you know, they have got these 6 packs, the muscles and everything. This woman has got a very big body, a nice bum and everything. That's what they need to suck you into those kind of entanglements, okay? So basically, the narcissist comes into your life and promises you heaven and earth. They're going to marry you. Even they will do it sometimes in the couple of weeks. The narcissist can marry you in 2 weeks, you know? We are going to build, you are going to do this and we are going to do that. We shall go there and we shall go this way. They will tell you everything. And then that trauma bond is going to kick in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've never seen something which is as hard to break as a trauma bond. So when the trauma bond kicks in, you guys start dating and everything, of course, and you know, you finally realize that you've got a very, very strong attachment to this person, you know. Me personally, I remember, just to bring you a little bit of, you know, where I'm coming from. I remember helping a relative back in the days. So there was this relative that I know, of course, my relative. I was trying to break this relative away from the narcissist, okay? So I was trying to convince this narcissist that this person was a narcissist, this relative, that the person that you're dating is a narcissist. Ladies and gentlemen, the relative was not listening. I would help them for a while, you know, okay. These guys, you know, we have broken up, you know, those kind of stories. They break up and reconcile. So the relative will tell me we have broken up. Okay, I'll tell you, listen, this is what is really happening, okay? This person, according to what you're telling me, the person that you're dealing with is a narcissist, okay? Okay, oh, it looks like that, you know, because I've been researching about narcissism and everything, and it looks like you're talking about the truth. So eventually, I thought that, okay, so they understood me. Then of course, for some reason, we stopped talking in a while, in a few days, and the next couple of days, that relative was back with the narcissist. Okay, it has even happened to some clients. There are some clients I've helped before. Not all of them. There are some clients who have really done well during these sessions and everything. But there are some clients I've helped back in the days, especially in the early days when I was starting this channel. And they have at the end of the day, ended up getting sucked back into the in with the narcissist. Okay, so breaking away from these demons, ladies and gentlemen, is a lot of work. Breaking away from these demonic entities is a lot of work. People will not understand this. This is the reason why I am really sometimes pissed with people who are coming around and confusing people that this whole thing is a psychological disorder, whatever, personality disorder, mental disorder. I really get pissed with this because I may not really blame people who have not been with a narcissist, because they will never understand where we're coming from, and they will never understand the real experience of staying with this kind of individuals. So when you're telling them this whole thing is spiritual warfare, people don't understand you. A psychologist will not understand you. If you tell the psychologist that this thing is spiritual, these are demons, this and this, the psychologist will be like, what's wrong with this person? The person is confused or what? You know what I mean? Because that is what the matrix. So in the system of the 3D, the matrix, they understand narcissism to be a personality disorder, something like a mental disorder, whatever it is, something wrong with their head or something wrong with their brain, that kind of stuff. And you cannot really blame them because they have not been with a narcissist, so they do not really know the whole details. But a person, a real empath who has been in that relationship for years, there's nothing you can tell them to convince them that this is a personality disorder. So that's why sometimes I'm getting pissed with this whole thing, you know what I mean? But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. The moment you break away from this demon, that is when you're going to understand the battle that you've been fighting. That's a golden nugget right there. The moment you break away, you may be trapped a bit mentally, psychologically. You may be trapped, of course, like everybody else. But the moment you get away from the narcissist, ladies and gentlemen, that is when you're going to understand the battle that you've been fighting. It's not a physical battle. It's not the battle of the body. It's the battle of the soul. There is sometimes, until now, these days, of course, I've broken away a couple of years ago. There is times I get in contact with the narcissists that have been engaged, back in years. I'm looking back in years, and I'm just thinking that this was God's favor. God's favor was on my life. I knew that there was something protecting me. Ladies and gentlemen, these individuals, the ones that I've dealt with, all of them, the very moment I woke up from this demonic warfare, all these demons disappeared. They all disappeared. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter if it was a friend, it was a relative, it was a father, whatever, parents. It did not matter who was involved before. The moment I awakened, ladies and gentlemen, all these demons disappeared. Even the ones I'm still engaging, because of course, one reason or two, they are not very much, comfortable with getting in close proximity with me. You know what I mean? Because they finally realize that I figured them out, and it's very hard for them to handle that this person has finally figured out who they are. They cannot fathom this. They cannot handle this. So you will know the length of the battle that you've been fighting, and you will know that this has not been a physical battle this entire time. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this. This spiritual warfare be real. Ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why many people are still sleeping, the only reason that you're looking around and you're realizing that there is a lot of people around the world, they are still sleeping in this illusion of personality disorders. They are still sleeping in this trap with the narcissist. It's because they are still having that illusion in their minds. They have been told that they are dealing with a personality disorder. So they're like, okay, so maybe those guys, they have the mental disorder. You know them. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes it takes the truth to awaken a person. the truth is going to awaken a person. If a person wakes up and they figure out that this is a demon, let me tell you something. The moment I figured out this was a demon, ladies and gentlemen, I did not have anything to do with that person. That was the beginning of my freedom. The moment I woke up one day and I realized this was a demon, the whole thing broke. That was the beginning. I felt this thing in my soul. That was the very beginning of the breaking of that trauma bond, the trauma bond that I had with that narcissist. And the narcissist knows that they have tied you up. They know that you're not going anywhere. The narcissist will tell you sometimes. The narcissist will tell you that there is nowhere you can go until I've said so. I want you guys, if you know what time it is, if you know how to use your brain, I want you to listen very closely to the things I'm talking about in this video, and listen very closely to that statement. The narcissist will tell you, if I have not decided for you to go, you're not going anywhere. Do you know what it means? The demon knows that they have already captured your soul. They are the ones in charge of your soul. So they know that it doesn't matter how much you will shout and you will scream around and you will somersault, you're not going anywhere. Because when they capture your soul, when the demon captures your soul, they are going to hide the truth from you. Can I repeat this for you one more time, ladies and gentlemen? You have to listen to Denzamos. When the demon has captured your soul, that so-called trauma bond, may I call it a soul tie, they capture your soul. They know that you're not going anywhere. You can do what you want to do. You're not going anywhere. People will come and beat you up. Your parents will come and beat you up. Your parents will come and cry. Your family will struggle with you. People will kneel on their knees. They will tell you, leave the man, our sister, whatever, our brother, leave that relationship. You're not going anywhere. And that is the most scary part, ladies and gentlemen. You are not going anywhere because there is somebody in charge of your soul. So these people, what they are doing, basically, people, they are fighting to break away. They're fighting for you on your behalf to break you away from this person. But they're just fighting with your body, but there is somebody else in charge of your soul. So your soul is already with somebody else. Our daughter, leave this guy, let him go. You're suffering. Look at you. You have lost weight. You're crying day and night. And you know that indeed you're in pain. But ladies and gentlemen, there is somebody else in charge of your soul. So people had better stop fooling around and telling people about these personality disorders. It's not even close to that. Okay? The only thing we appreciate is that at least we have some sort of a name. Okay, there's a certain name that we can call it. Okay, so they are the narcissists, and then there's some of a. It's supposed to be a narcissistic demonic disorder. It should be turned to NDD, not NPD. This is a narcissistic demonic disorder. They should forget about this personality. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the demon which manipulates your personality to start doing the things you do. When you start to wake up and you start to look behind the veil, there is so many things you're going to understand. Understand. Before the awakening, you could understand things, okay? That was okay. When you awaken, ladies and gentlemen, you start to understand things. You're no longer understanding things, you are understanding things. The narcissist, they are going to kill you. Yeah, I like doing videos, and I don't like those things of sugarcoating, because sometimes in this matrix, people, they're like, oh, don't talk like that because it's not accepted. It's not acceptable. What is not acceptable? It's not acceptable. You've been with a narcissist for 25 years. And they have messed up a very big chunk of your life, and you're telling somebody you cannot talk about this because it's not acceptable. That is bullcrap. I don't believe in that bullcrap. Something is not acceptable because, They didn't teach us like that in school. That kind of BS. The only way, me how I see it, ladies and gentlemen, the only way to start living a better life and breaking free from these bondages and slavery is when you start to think for yourself. When you allow your parents to think for you, you're going to be steered wrong. If you know that you're in a toxic family, those kind of dysfunctional, messed up parents, how can you let a dysfunctional parent to think for you? You know? Because they are family, you know, my father and then my mother, but they're dysfunctional, and then you're allowing them to think for you. You're going to be messed up. So this whole thing is spiritual warfare. That's what I'm trying to say in this video, ladies and gentlemen. The whole entire project is spiritual. This whole thing is a spiritual project. So there's a very big, if we look at this subject in a spiritual dimension, okay, in a spiritual perspective, you will understand that there is a very big project to harvest energy, okay? This is a very big project to harvest energy. So some of these narcissists have been a result of social engineering, okay? They could be engineered digitally through these, whatever. You see a lot of these terms on Instagram. Everybody wants to show their bum. People want to show their breast, you know, their latest bikinis, and somebody want to show their muscles and all this kind of stuff. So it has been part of a social engineering project as well, so that they can harvest your energy. But it can be a family engineering project. So it has been engineered. Narcissism has also been engineered in families, okay? And then sometimes also as well, narcissism has been engineered in churches. So for me, the reason as to why many people, they are struggling with me, because I told them, do not tell me any bull crap about any church. I do not want to hear any stories about religion. I'm a free being. I want to think for myself. I do not want anybody, because my pastor said this. The bishop said this, don't do that. The pastor said this, don't do that. That kind of stuff. I can think for myself, ladies and gentlemen. I don't need a pastor to think for me, you know. The whole narcissist project is a project that is designed to harvest energy, okay? Because demons, they survive off of energy. It's the reason as to why you hear a lot of people talking about energy vampires, okay? So these narcissists, they're using people's bodies as vessels. But before they use the body, somebody's body, whether it's your brother, whether it's your father, whatever, they have first of all got to corrupt that body, okay? They need first of all to corrupt your body. Is why in my videos you guys have heard me talking about a corrupted soul. So these people, they have been corrupted over the years. And eventually, when they keep on when they keep on carrying on with those patterns for a long period of time, for years, they now surrender fully as full-blown narcissists, whereby now their body, these demons, they are in complete charge of their bodies. So that's why you hear the difference between the what do they call it? There's this one, the lesser ones, the lesser narcissists, the mid-range narcissists, the greater narcissists, you know, the ultra narcissist. So the body is corrupted bit by bit eventually, until the narcissist has got full charge of your body. Now they are in full control of your body, and you do not have any more power over yourself. Now they can now start to use your body to go and harvest energy from other people. So they go around looking for empaths. They're like, they're like, what do they call these things? They're like chickens, you know. They're starting to look around, move around looking for food. Where is the food? They're sniffing it from afar, you know what I mean? They're like these, whatever, these birds, they're looking for food. You know, where are they? Oh, there is one. They are running around, and that's what they do, you know. They can even smell the empath energy from afar, these demons. They can smell your energy from a distance, ladies and gentlemen. This is how serious this thing is. They can smell that energy from a distance. So they will come around and punish you, you know, so that they can now corrupt. Now they are using this body to now corrupt another beautiful soul and corrupt their body to become like them, so that now their empire can grow. Are you guys following this story? So the narcissist infiltrates your life, manipulates you, trauma bonds you, and all these kind of dynamics. They corrupt your body the same way they were corrupted, so that you can now look like them, and they will kill you right and look like them, and now they will go to the next victim so that their empire can grow. So this whole thing is a demonic project, okay? So this whole thing is spiritual. And the only way, when you start understanding these narcissist dynamics on the very spiritual perspective, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to heal. You're going to heal to the degree you've never seen before. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment I discovered who is a narcissist, on that particular night, I slept in the sofa. I slept in the sofa. I didn't want even this person to touch me. I didn't want them. I didn't even want to look at them. Ladies and gentlemen, on that particular day, I was ready to move. If I had a place to go in that particular night, I would go. I was going. Ladies and gentlemen, if you finally figure out what you're dealing with, and your light bulbs have gone on, have turned on, you can even leave your property behind. Is the reason as to why you hear me in my videos. I'm telling you, when you are not ready to go, you're not going anywhere. When you have not yet been ready, God has not prepared you. The divine, source, divine God has not prepared you to go. It's going to be very difficult for you to leave the narcissist. It is going to take a divine intervention to break you spiritually away from these demons. The moment you awaken, ladies and gentlemen, and your bulbs have turned on, you're going to leave in the next few minutes. You can even leave your stuff behind. You can tell them, you can keep everything. Keep it. I don't want to take it. Keep it. Do you know that there are some people who leave narcissists and they even leave their property behind? Keep the car. Hey, what do you want? Keep the car, house, take it. I don't want anything to do with it. Take everything. I don't want anything. You're going out. You're leaving. You can even live barefooted. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have been turned on and you've been switched on and you're awakened, you're going to walk out of the narcissist to be barefooted. You might even leave the house naked. This is how serious it is. So if you're a person there still out there, trying to go in circles with the narcissist and thinking, because my dad, look at him, he's suffering. There's nothing you can do. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing you can do. You do not know how painful it was, ladies and gentlemen, to leave my father behind and my parents. You don't know how painful it was. But I had to do it, I had to do it. God did not open my eyes for nothing. I had to do it because I knew what it was. I had to do it. I wouldn't be here helping you until this time if I was involved with the narcissistic family dynamic. I wouldn't be here helping you. So when you know it, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot unknow it. You have seen it, you cannot unsee it. And it's time for you to go, okay? What am I trying to say in this video, ladies and gentlemen? If you want to live, if you really want a second chance in life, ladies and gentlemen, and you've heard about anything in your ears, somebody has been mentioning, probably your wife is a narcissist. Your father could be a narcissist. Your sister could be a narcissist. Your pastor could be a narcissist. And you can pick out a few red flags and you understand these dynamics, what is going on with this individual. You start working. You have got to start working, ladies and gentlemen, before anything else happens. When you still can, because the time will come and you'll think in your mind, why didn't I walk out many years ago? You try to start working. I know it's going to be difficult, but you're going to start working. You're going to start running even. So narcissism is real, okay? It's very, very dangerous and very, very difficult. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. It has got nothing to do with these so-called personality disorders, okay? That thing is a consolation for your pain. That don't be too worried about them because they have got a personality disorder. It's a spiritual warfare, okay? You're the empath, and you've been dealing with Satan, okay? I say it the way it is. So you're an empath. You've been dealing with Satan, and they have been harvesting your energy over these years. It's time for you to leave, okay? You're hearing this video. I don't know who you are. I don't even know which country you're coming from. I don't care which religion you are. If you heard this video today, I want you to start running, okay? Run when you can. Run when you can. Leave us a comment in this video in the section below, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know what you think. You would like to book a session? Let us know about that in the comment section below. You will find a lot of details about sessions and everything. My email is down there. Anybody who would like to support me, you will also find my details in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmo signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.